going on? You're not doing anything wrong. Okay, so pretty much what I'm basically all my photos are on this little SD card here. I haven't touched them from yesterday, and I hated it for it. It was absolutely killing me that I could not edit my photos yesterday. But basically, I'm going to show you my whole entire workflow today. So let's begin by putting the SD card in the computer. Just 1 sec. Okay, there we go. Here it is. So basically, here are all the photos from yesterday. So, what's this here? Ah, right. There we go. That's better. I just wanted to show you the reason why I was on intermission. It's just so it's a bigger webcam. But now that we're in, there it is. Basically, I just insert the SD card into my computer, as always. And what I usually do is I select the first image, Control A, Control C to copy all of them, go into my photo drive where I have everything, and I'm going to go into plane spotting. I'm going to create a new folder on the day that I shot it, pretty much. And so that was the 7th. So 2020 05 07. And then I'm going to create a new folder within it named before edit. And basically now I'm just going to copy over all the photos, and I've took close to 500 photos. And if you don't mind, I have food with me to eat. So I'm going to eat that while I edit. So yeah. Cheesy. Really cheesy. It should be done around 4 minutes. How has everybody's days been so far while we wait for this to load? Can everybody hear me all right? So we're just waiting for this to finish, pretty much. There's still another 12 gigabytes. What's much better? Oh, your username. Oh, it is yummy. It's extremely yummy. Cheese pizza. One of those. Bacon on it. Okay. We're just waiting for this to finish up. Should be done in about a minute. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, what was on the pizza? Is there a way to do that without ending your stream? Setting. Put. No, that means I'm gonna have to end the stream and then start it back up. There is a quality thing which you can change too. So if you click in the video thing, you can change the quality to your liking. So now that all files have been transported, I'm gonna take the SD card out. I'm just gonna drop it on my table. In the meantime, and then we're gonna close that. I'm gonna open up Lightroom. Yep. Next thing, import. Actually, let's deselect that for now. Previous import. That was yesterday's mode. Let's select the source, which would be photo drive, Sony, lane spotting, May 7th. Don't worry, I was keeping my distance. And here are all the images, and pretty much click import. I make sure that it's a one-to-one preview, so it's a bit more, it takes a bit more storage, but you know, oh well. So we're just gonna wait for that to load. So up here you can see the loading bar. Right now it's doing two things. It's importing all the files and building the previews. In the meantime, eat. No. Sorry. So at the time that I was taking the KLM arrival, there was actually a guy that pushed into me. I will end the stream. I will end the stream right now. How do I wait? How do I change it so that you can view it in low quality? What setting do I have to press? Would it be the in output? Would it be like basically the rescale output? Or what would it be? Caching? Okay. So when KLM was arriving, I actually failed miserably because right when KLM came in, a guy came in and pushed me aside and was the I just despised him for that. Like I'm like, come on, man. It's like it's just a plane. I was here first anyways, and basically it's like poor freaking tail in most shots. And I just absolutely hate it. I just absolutely hate that guy for it. Uh, I don't exactly remember who it was. It was the guy. He was an older gentleman. He's friends with Solar Man. I think. I don't know who. I don't remember. I don't know his name pretty much, and I'm not gonna call him out for it. Pretty much, it was just an older I'll just say he's an older gentleman. Okay, so it's still building 101 previews. Just gonna wait for that to finish building. Why 1-to-1? It's just better like that for me. Is that better? Downscaled 720. Cool. Okay. Awesome. So we're still waiting for it to build previews. I guess in the meantime, actually, I'm not going to go through them yet. So I'm still going to wait. Wi-Fi isn't that bad. There's no reason why it should be crashed. Yeah, there's no reason it should be crashing. Absolutely no reason. Nip, why is it constantly like bugging? I do have ad blocker, it just sometimes doesn't work. There's no reason it should be doing that. Okay, it's 93% done. Only a few photos left to build. Review floor, and then we'll be on our way. Okay, now that it's finished building previews, we can open up. That's got off, so that's getting deleted pretty much instantly. Ooh, I don't know what I was thinking. That's not good. So pretty much now what I'm going to be doing is just going through the images one by one, seeing how they are. If it's blurry, I don't pick it, and I just move on to the next one. And if it's a good one, I pretty much just 5-star it, and we're on our way from there. So like this one is good. I like the pan I did on this one, so 5-star by pressing the 5 on the keyboard. Yeah, that's a no here. No, no. Maybe. Is there one further? Something like that. It's maybe. No. Still blurred out here. This one has. Well, this is what happens when you get pushed into the fence, pretty much. That's a good one. Nice and sharp. 5-star. Oh, let's remove the red label, so just 5-star it. Hopefully my departure pictures aren't as bad. Yeah, there's a lot of fence. That's what happens when at FedEx. Shitty place. I don't really post every single picture I edit. It's more of like keepers and stuff like that I just like to edit. This was a surprise to me. This China Eastern, it was actually a surprise to me that when it was taking off. And I guess I'm gonna edit this one here. So that's why it's like sometimes, well, you can see my settings here. I was not expecting it. That's a decent shot. Okay, FedEx is a really nice place if you don't get freaking pushed aside and being against like the other side of the fence where It's pretty much that straight shot of these to the second fence. That's it there. Really hope I got a decent shot of this. Sometimes I don't get Lightroom. It's like it's already loaded in, so why is it still loading? Yeah, none of these are good. I don't like any of these. There's too much fence here. So I'm just gonna skip over to this one. Yes, I know it's backlit. I know. Don't say a thing. Don't. Yeah, but you can see how much the cloud moved. How much the cloud moved. Here, I'm just gonna turn on this. Like literally, how many seconds apart? Like not even 30 seconds apart. You can see how much the clouds move. I find that cool. Just select them both, and then usually when I edit, I go, if I have the same image, I go through both of them at the same time. I like this image for tails. And I tried something here, but then I just realized, look how much heat haze there is. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, that's just insane. Look at all those tails. I like shark fins. Oh, was he looking at it? No, never mind. Yes, I know the tires are cut off, but I can't really do much about that. Yeah, not really. That's a nice right there. Two. It's very nice. Gonna 5-star that. Yeah. That look a bit blurry, like not blurry, but out of focus to you guys. Where's it fine? I'll keep it. Actually, I'm gonna remove this one here. Bring this one instead. Something like that. I hate how there's a lip and you can't really see the tires. It just doesn't work. And I sometimes hate it like that. There's one image here I really liked yesterday when I was looking through my camera. Something like this, and if I zoom in, ooh, something like that, yeah. Like something like that type of crop. Let's 5-star that. Is that a... There's a bird! There's a bird! It's a bird! Too much, too much, too much. Nope, never mind. Ooh. Nice and sharp. Tower in the background? I like it. Edit. I will. As I said, basically, I'm basically showing you my workflow and how I choose how I pick and choose my photos, and basically the process of editing. But I will basically at the end, we're getting close to it. We're getting close to it. Look at the time. Screw the stop sign. That's one. It would have been a good photo, but screw the stop sign. My crop. Oh, it's blurry. Decent. I'm not even playing stop signs. Yes. Well, there's the KLM that you wanted. This one? Eric, this one? Is this the shot that you want me to edit? So I will edit this. nice shot. There's a KLM. Five-star that one. Yeah, I got a lot of fence. So you see, Sean, your shots aren't shit. So don't say a thing. Well, this show is usable for the first half of the plane, and you get a beacon. And I don't care about the fonts because that I can easily try to edit out. So let's go back actually. One more aircraft. Yep, the Hainan, and then pretty much that's all the photos. Keeper. Oh, and there's also British Airways. Thanks for the follow, Ontario Aviator. Look at those reverse thrusters at work. With the tower. Hey, Wyatt. I was trying something. Don't at me. Possible contender? Absolute contender. What was this? I don't know. I honestly don't. Can I just... I'm just gonna stop for a second. What is this? If the stop sign wasn't there, this would have been such a nice photo. But fuck this. Fuck this stop sign. Okay, that's pretty much all of them. So what I typically do now is I go into the filter and I go rated, which is pretty much all of the ones that I've taken. This is... So it's 34 out of 494 pictures. And I'm just gonna take a break. I'm just gonna take a break from this. How does that look good to you? How does that image look good to you? I'm just curious. It does not. Okay. So now I'm just gonna click up here to develop, or the D key to get into the develop module. And I'm actually gonna well, because I need to post a photo for Instagram. So what I'm actually gonna do is pretty much edit one of the photos I'm gonna be posting right now, like the first image I'm gonna be posting, and then I'm gonna switch to my phone screen, so you guys, instead of seeing my display here, you'll be able to see my phone screen. So let's I'm gonna be posting the KLM one of the KLM shots. Which one? Which one should I post? Which one should I edit? Should I edit this KLM shot? 5755, 5759, or 5764? Let me know. Or should I go from the beginning? Or should I go to the beginning with the arrival? With this shot here. So, your options: 5362, 5362, 5755, 5759, or 5764. Which one? Any objections to 5759, or does someone else have a different one? So I'm gonna go through again. 5764, 5759, 5755, or 5362. Say it in the chat, please. Which one? Well, if no one else replies, I will be adding 5759. So just say it in the chat. Not that difficult. How far behind are you, Sean? We're way past that now. Let me go back to that stop sign. It was with Heinen. Well, however to pronounce it. It was... You know what? Just for the shits and giggles, I will edit this one. Okay, let's go back. So, which ones again? I'm posting KLM. I am posting KLM today. So, 5764, 5759, 5755, or 5362. Which one? The 4 viewers, please comment in the chat. Which one? Okay, that's 2 for this one right here. Okay. Okay, that's 2 for this. Okay, I'm gonna edit this one then. I'm gonna make it actually. I'm gonna make it a. I'm gonna make it a crop. I'm gonna make it a swipe. I'm gonna make it a swipe post. So let's get to it. So first thing I'm gonna do is obviously lens correction, remove chromatic aberration, and my enable profile corrections is automatically selected. By the way, if you want to know how basically if I select this and then basics closed, it's pretty simple to do. All I've got to do is right click in this area and click solo mode. And pretty much if you don't have that enabled, you'll pretty much you can open up every single one. But it's less cluttered. Oh, thank you. Huh. Brother got me an ice cap. Huh. That's nice. Okay, so enable solo mode if you want your workplace to be less cluttered. Okay, so now we're gonna go into by pressing R, you can go into crop overlay tool, or pressing here, we're gonna go 16:10. We're gonna crop it just so pretty much it's straight as well. Pretty much something like that. A bit lower, maybe. Gonna have things like that. There we go, that's better. There we go. Okay, so now let's play around with it. Profile vivid. Actually, how does landscape look? Vivid's better. I'm gonna click auto on the tone. I'm gonna raise the contrast just a tad bit. Raise the shadows. I really don't like shadows. Raise the blacks. Let's raise the whites just a bit so it's like the fence can barely be seen. Damn, it's completely looking bird. And I think is it panned? Yeah, kind of. Okay. We're gonna lower the highlights just a bit because I'm gonna put a grad filter most likely over the sky. Maybe not. We'll see how it looks afterwards. Why does it seem off to me? Let's raise the texture and the clarity just a tad bit, just like so. Actually, just a bit more. This brings out the metal look in it. I like that. Tone curve. Raise the highlights to bring out the blue sky. Let's dim the lights just a bit. What'd you miss? Quite a bit, actually. It's quite a bit. Still can't stop zooming into the picture. Okay. Here's where it's gonna get interesting. Let's raise the blue just a tad bit. Just a tad bit. Gonna rate the greens. Raise the reds to bring out the ribbon for the 100. As I said, I don't care about the fence. I will get rid of the fence. Trust me. Holding Alt enables the masking for the sharpness. And that looks good. Don't need to apply any noise reduction, as there's absolutely no noise in this image here, because ISO 50. I promise you, I'm never gonna do that again. Ever. Never, ever, ever gonna do that again. Okay. So let's put a small grad filter over to the end, to the basically to the building top here. So let's lower. This is just to bring out the plane from the sky and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna alter just a tad bit. Yes. Yes, what is it? What do you mean, what's my DC? I'll DM you that. I'll DM you my Discord. I'll DM you my Discord. Yeah. I think that's good for that. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually create virtual copy for this and basically reset it. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select both by pressing Shift on the first image. I'm going to click Sync, check None. Actually, I'm not going to sync those. I'm actually just going to go Control Shift E, and pretty much I'm going to go to my folder where I have where I'm keeping those folders. So I'm going to name this After Edit. Both will have that. Okay, both have basically, what's it called? Exported. So now we're going to open up Photoshop. I didn't have an ice cap in like a really long time. Miss it. So here's Photoshop. Open up my other display. Yeah. Okay, so here we're gonna go Open. Photo drive. Find where the photos are. Here they are. I'm gonna open both. So, and then for this image, we're going to create this into a swipe. I'm not going to make my face a bit bigger. I think it's fine. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click View, New Guide Layout, make sure it's 2 columns, just in the columns, deselect the rows, make sure the number is 2, width is nothing, gutter is nothing, margin is nothing, none of these is selected, just this. Click OK, and it creates this. So now basically where you would see your crop tool, right click that and click slice tool. And then up here, slices from guide. Basically it sliced the image in half. So then here I would go File, Export, Save for Web Legacy. So basically right here, this will kind of make it into a 4:5 crop, better for Instagram. As you can see, 4:5. So then here I would change this to 2160, and that'll automatically change the other side to 1350. Make sure it's actually on JPEG at maximum quality, quality 100, right? Well, I'm not that important, am I? This is more important, so I don't really understand why my thing needs to be bigger. The editing is the main thing, not my face. Okay, so here now we've selected the other side, and pretty much click save. It'll ask you where you want to save it, so pretty much it'll go from where you imported it, and press save. Now that it's saved, right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into here, we're going to click new, we're going to go 4:5, not 45, by 5. At 500 resolution. It doesn't really matter what background you will have, as you'll see in a minute. Well, typically, some of you already know, we're going to just blur the background. And yeah. So pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this image in here, just like so. I'll try to center it. No, that's fine. Up here, I'm going to click Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. And let's do 30 pixels for that. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take the before edit, and I'm going to drag it. And then Control-T to resize to enable transformation. And I'm just going to resize the image to the appropriate size. Actually, I realized, actually I'm just going to go into the center. I'm going to actually go back into Photoshop in a second, into Lightroom. And I'm actually going to do one more thing. Because I think I see how I messed up. Because these are different sizes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this one. Excuse me. So then I'm going to press sync, check none except for the crop, and click synchronize. So now that this one is selected, right, it's the same crop, we're going to go export, export. Same, it's pretty much the same exact thing. Use unique name. And now let's actually get rid of this photo. And let's actually get rid of this photo here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click open. And I'm actually going to open up this one. And I'm going to delete this one here. And open up this one. Just like that. Take this photo. Bring it into here, Control-T to go into the transform tool, bring it down, make it like that size, check mark up here, then go for the actual image, like your after edit, drag the same thing here, Control-T, and then try to make it pretty much the same size. Just like that, pretty much the same size here, and then you still have a gap in between. This is actually a bit bigger. What we can do is make it a bit smaller. Make them both actually smaller. Don't worry, Tim, I don't have the coronavirus. I think that's good. So then I'm going to press the T tool. Well, T key on the keyboard. And I'm going to use one of my favorite, Moonflower Bold. This one you actually have to download separately. It's not linked in Adobe font. It's not linked in Adobe font. This is actually just Google Moonflower Bold font, and you'll see it. So then we're going to name this before. And we're going to name this after. And let's change the text to black. Oh, let's change it to black. You have to highlight it. Okay, let's go press the V key to go into resizing. Just gotta resize it to this. Let's resize this to the same thing. And align that with it. There we go. That's how I do the before and after edit. I'm thinking, should I make one where it's the full-sized image? Make another one, but the image is a bit bigger. So pretty much like the after image is going to be on its own slide, like the full-sized image. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So file, new. Create. I'm going to take the before edit. I'm going to make that the background. I don't really care that there's fence. I still like this picture. Okay, gonna go filter, then Gaussian blur, and then I'm gonna go to the after edit image, go up here, Control T, Control. Why am I? Oh, Control T to resize. There we go. I don't really care that there's fence. Most of you don't either. I like the blue. Right? This is my edit. I can provide you with a photo, right? I will basically provide you with the photo. You can edit it on your own, and pretty much you can do your own edit. If you decide to post it, just remember to give me the credit. So here, I'm gonna actually post the image into my Google Drive. where basically if you go underneath, if you scroll down a bit, you'll be able to see it links follow along link. So I'm going to create a new folder for 08/05/2020. Creative. Right here. So then I'm going to go into here. And I'm going to find the image. Plane spotting. Here, before edit, what was the number? What was the image number? 5759. So let's scroll all the way down. 5759. There. So now it's uploaded. So if you want, you can download the image on your computer and you can edit the photo on your own. And if you decide to post the image, just remember to give me credit for taking the image. That's all I ask. Pretty much that's it. Okay. Make this full size. Something like that, so it's like bigger quality. Okay, now let's get back into this. So Control-Shift-S goes into here, so we're going to save it as a JPEG. We're going to name this KLM 78X 8E for after edit, and save. And then we're going to go, then this dialog should pop up, click OK. Now it's saved. Now you can go into this one, excuse me, Control-Shift-S, same exact thing, JPEG, pretty much click this, and I'm just going to change the last two to B-E. B-A for before, after. Okay. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go into my folder, find the images here, after edit. Okay, here's the two images here, and here's this. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm actually going to select them both. I'm going to right click, send to Bluetooth device, which is basically my phone. Now let's go, so basically I'm basically going to click on this, and I'm going to switch scenes to this. So now it's my phone. Here's my phone, right? So here's the things that pop up. I'm going to click accept. Files are sending. It's actually a pretty simple thing you can do. It's a pretty simple thing you can buy. It's like I bought it for 20 bucks. Or basically connected via USB cable to send it to your phone. So since these now are sending, I will basically go back into the after edit, and after this finishes sending, basically after it finishes sending, I will hold on. There. After these finish sending, I will go back into the phone and resend the new ones, and then I'll go back into my phone. In the meantime, I'm going to just enjoy this refreshing drink. Okay, Now that those are transferred, I'm going to select these two, right click, send to Bluetooth device. Select that. Or go to my phone, hit sending. There it is. There's the message that pops up. I'm going to click accept. They are sending now. I'm going to go back into my display here. And in the meantime, while that sends, I'm just going to sit back and relax in the meantime. I'm going to finish my pizza slice. One more file to go. Guys, chill in the chat, please. Let me give it a second. Okay, now that they're sent, we're gonna go back into the phone. There it is. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into Instagram. I'm gonna add a photo. Actually, before I do that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into my photos. If you haven't followed. Then I'm gonna find an image that resembles basically the Boeing 787, like this one. I'm gonna click here, edit, and I'm pretty much gonna highlight it from this point here. Wrong thing. Sometimes hate Android. And I'm gonna select it pretty much like this, copy, go here, click add, like this image is the first one, press the arrow key here to fill it to the frame, well, to fill the whole thing. Gonna select this one to select multiple images, boom, and then I'm gonna have the full image here, and then I'm basically gonna have the before and after. Then I'm going to click next. So here are the four. I think it looks good. Click next. So here's you can actually see how it's going to look like. And I like that. So pretty much that's how it's going to look like. And then here I'm just going to say brand new KLM, brand new KLM, rocking the 100 library. rotating, not rotating, blasting, no, yeah, rotating from 33, from runway 30, not 23, 33 at Toronto Pearson on a sunny, what was it yesterday? Yesterday was a Wednesday. Sunny Thursday. Yesterday was Thursday. What am I talking? Right. Off of runway on Sunday on a not sunny, not Sunday, sunny Thursday evening. And I can do the 3 dots here. Make the 100 emoji. Okay. Happy Tim? Exif. Goes basically to show off the data. I'm gonna go into Lightroom here to show basically the data. So it was, I took it at 1/400th of a second at f8, ISO 50 at 142 millimeters. Gonna go here. There it is. And then pretty much what I typically do from here is I basically go into Instagram on my computer and I type in KLM or whatever airline it is, or whatever company I'm posting for, and I just look, if they have a hashtag or anything. Pretty much they don't, so that's okay. So I'm going to put back to the phone now. Here. So I'm going to go hashtag KLM, hashtag instead of the 9, I'm going to put it X, hashtag KLM Air France. I'm going to put hashtag I'm going to go hashtag KLM. Let's see what other ones they have. Let's go KLM 100. Go hashtag 7, 8, 10. Not a many posts on it. I don't have 30 hashtags. That's the thing. Okay. I'm going to tag now. Tag KLM. Sky Team. As I always do, Sky's Mag. Even though I never get featured on there, Instagram Aviation, you never know. And also Toronto Pearson. Even though they never like any photo. Pearson. I don't want to tag you guys. Okay. Location, Toronto Pearson. Let's actually change, let's actually add one thing here. Sky Team. There we go. And basically click share. And now that it's loading up, basically the image is posted. What I typically do is I post a story. I go down here. And now what I've started recently doing is I started making the lettering the same color as basically my subject. And I'm gonna raise that a bit, and then the bottom one I'm gonna be post. That and share. Actually, Eric was first. Eric was first. Okay. So that's pretty much. Well, that's pretty much it for my workflow. But now, basically, I'm just gonna. If you want to keep watching, I will be basically going through the rest of photos, editing them, and so on and so forth. But pretty much that's what I'm going to be doing from here on out. Edit for JP. The 320. This one. This one. Okay. So remove chromatic aberrations. Let's go 16:9. I'll make a new copy of it and make my own edit. I feel like posting it, so I really like the shot that I did. Okay. Basic. It's not even touch that, to be honest. I hated when I touched that. Ain't in afterwards? Okay. One sec. Okay. Let's not even touch the highlights and shadows. Let's raise black slightly. I don't like that though. Whatever. I'll just keep at it. Slower. Good. Yeah. Just to throw at them. Just to throw at them. Texture up. Clarity up. The haze up. Oh god. Dust spot. It's a good thing I did this. So Q. There it is. Just gonna upload it like this. Should I just upload it like this? Nah. So then here I'm gonna click Control-Shift-E. Choose new folder. I'm gonna create a new folder with it called JP. Select folder, scroll down, remove my watermark, keep this as it is, blah blah blah. and export. And then I'm gonna open up a new tab. Oh wait, right. You're right. I forgot. Control-Shift-E. File size, there it is. Export. Overwrite. And why am I doing that? I have a thing that I set as jet photos. God damn it. Can't think sometimes. Can't think. It just bothers me. Okay. Jet photos. Not cute. Photos. Uh, 16,000 photos in Cube. Great. Okay, plane spotting. JP. What was the FGJI? FGJI. Yeah, 16,000 photos in queue. It's insane. Okay, CY by Z, autofill. Select this data. None of those. Sony FE. And upload photo. Let's add a just over the plane like that. No. Do it right there. Apply. Let's go to photos. Don't care. Manage queue photos. I have a few. That's 400 out. And then this one. 16,000 out. Okay, whatever. Let's get back into it. Okay. You said Heinen next. Okay, I have this Heinen. So there's this one here. Then there's this one, or this one. So it's 5831. So here, I'm just gonna type it in the chat. Which one? What are the options? Actually, it doesn't really matter if I type in the code. I don't really know. Okay, so here's one. So this is one. This is two. This is three. And this is four. So 1, 2, 3, or 4. So image for 32, image for 34, 35, or 36. Here, I'm gonna go actually into this and go down here, make the thumbnails just a bit bigger. So 32, 34, 35, or 36. $35. Anybody else have any ideas? I'm gonna give it a minute. You have until I finish this pizza slice right here. It's in my hand right now. So, 32, 34, 35, or 36. Oh. Which one? Okay, I'm gonna edit 35 here. Actually, let's just hold off on that. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna scroll up, and I'm just gonna start editing the photos like I typically do. That was just the KLM was just so I can post for the day, and that was pretty much a one-off thing. So pretty much, I'm just gonna continue on with going through my workflow. And pretty much, I'm gonna be editing one by one, and we'll get to the high as soon as we get there. So let's go back into the develop module. And yeah, let's get to it. Can you hear me now? I have no idea what happened. Basically, like, OBS shut down. OBS just like literally shut down for me. For some reason, like it just stopped streaming, and it said, and it gave me an error code. I don't even know what it was. That I have no idea what it was. Like it just failed out of the blue. And I have no idea what happened. Okay, whatever. Great. Okay. Really strange. Okay. Should be back up and running. I don't think, is it? Okay, good. I actually have no clue what had happened and why it failed so miserably. That I'll have to look into later, but not right now as I'm gonna be editing. Basically, OBS gave me an error saying "nvenc error" or something like that. I have no idea what that means and why it had that, because I had nothing else running except for OBS and Google Chrome, pretty much. So I have no idea. But oh well, we're back at it. Excuse me. Here's the blues, greens, yellows, and oranges. So here's the red just to bring out the Canadian flag here. I think I did well panning this. Like, that was my set. These were my settings. Quite surprised with myself sometimes. Okay, detail. Noise reduction. Next. After cropping dimensions. Okay, one sec. So I start off with 6,000 by 4,000. Okay, so let me actually get rid of that. View. New options. Here. Change capture date and time to crop dimensions. There we go. So pretty much like I start off with this. This is 6,000 by 4,000. Right. Right. Here it is. See, I'm still learning as well, right? Okay, let's go vivid. Auto. So try to bring it in. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Actually, let's go back to the other image. Press Q and A. Aha. I knew I would have this. That's not a good thing. Actually, I don't really lose that much resolution when it comes to my images. Like with the what's it called? With the moon, oh yeah, I 100% lose a whole lot of resolution. Basically, my image goes from 24 megapixels to 0.3 megapixels. It's pretty much like a 720p webcam. I don't know how to change that. I guess I could start just like by layering the images, but I honestly, it's pretty difficult to do. Like I've tried that yesterday, and it's like I just it's really difficult. So right now what I'm doing is I'm editing for the plane. So if you see the sky kind of blown out, don't worry about it. I will fix that afterwards. So right now I'm just editing so the plane kind of stands out. So while I'm editing this plane, if you guys have Amazon Prime, right, you will be able to, if you subscribe to me, it gives me $2.50, and basically it's for free. You don't spend any money, and it actually helps me out at the same time. So if you have it, don't please subscribe. Graduated filter. Bring this down to this one here. The same thing. Get rid of it. Now let's press the K. The O to show select mask overlay. Pretty much we're going to paint over here. So make sure you don't have the mask, auto mask on. Then it creates lines here. Okay. So let's click the O to get rid of that. And then we're basically going to raise the saturation just a bit. And let's raise the yellows, the greens, just to help the grass stand out. And then we're going to go in here, clicking the A for the auto mask. Here, click the O. Just going to go down the line here and just filling in pretty much everywhere where you see the grass. Just to help the grass basically stand out. I don't do this with every image, but sometimes I just feel like doing it for most images, so just bear with me. I think that's fine. And it kind of looks like there's a giant building in front with a shadow. So I actually like this edit. So this was before edit, and this is after. So before and after. What do you think? Before I move on to the next one, what do you guys think? Awesome. Okay, let's go back. Let's go to the next one. I'm gonna make this a swipe post probably. Let's just go 16 by 10. Bling! No, I'm joking. So just for my 4 viewers, just for you guys to remember, it doesn't really matter what gear you have. Yes, the gear does help in your photography, right? But it's mainly on how you use it. You can have the shittiest gear in the world, but you can still come out with amazing results, right? It's just like there are some people who have the highest end of gear, but they can't come up with the quality. And sometimes it's not even the gear. So basically, it's like you can have, for example, so just say a T7 or something like that, or a T5, right? Or an SL3, like the shittiest of cameras, and or like the D3400, whatever. It doesn't really matter what camera. If it's a small camera, right? You can be doing. I didn't say SL2. I said SL3. So you can basically produce the best images with that, right? But it's also the edit that really helps with it. So this takes time, right? Your stuff are not shit. It's editing takes time. I'm still learning on plenty of new things, right? I've been doing this for how long? How long I've been doing this? Been learning since July of 2018. So it takes a lot of patience and time to figure out what is your style, right? For me, I like to close in and punch out. That's basically my style of editing, right? Like some of you may not like that, but that's okay, right? I'm not really doing it for you, right? I'm mainly doing it for myself, right? Well, I'm mainly doing it for myself. I'm still doing it for you guys, but you know what I mean. But pretty much it's like you got to focus on what do you enjoy with this, right? Do you enjoy editing, right? It's not like do other people enjoy your edit, right? Do you like your edit? And it just takes time. And it, it's been a long day. Here. I was wondering, why is it so dark and titty? I didn't even touch it. I didn't even touch the image. Big fail on my part. Big fail. Okay. Brush, erase. A for the auto mask. Careful with the auto mask. That should never work, pretty much. It does work. It's so difficult to get it to actually work correctly. You have to just manually go. Well, Eric, you know my specs. Okay, this is where I have to decide between these three images. Which one? And I want your help. Should I have more cloud? This one? or this one. Oh yeah, you can always download more RAM. 100%. Okay, I need you guys' help. I need you guys' help to decide. 5394. So basically, image 4, image 5, or image 6. Is it a good idea to steal some RAM off old PCs? If it works with your PC. So for example, if your old PC has DDR4 RAM, go for it. That's what I did. Help me pick one before you guys, while you guys are doing this. Help me pick one. Image 4, 5, or 6. Pretty much if I zoom in. This is 4. This is 5. And this is 6. I think number 6 because that's like the cleanest. In a sense. Yeah. So I'm going to click 0 on that and 0 on that. Okay. Oh, now it's. Oh god, what have I started? What have I started? Sometimes that screen hurts my eyes. Okay. Go in basic, vivid. Add a bit of contrast. Add all highlights. Break out the lights. No, let's not touch the haze here. I will brush this, guys. I always do. I always use auto in Lightroom. I always start off with that. That's my setting point. Still really sharp. Still really sharp. Okay, guys, I don't want any drama in the chat. Well, you know the Model 3 is actually cheaper in US, right? Everything is cheaper in the US. Yeah. You mean goldfish? Let's knock that smiles back. Goldfish! God, those commercials. Cause I'm not, cause I'm not trying to brush the plane. I'm trying to get the clouds out. So I'm gonna dehaze the clouds. Yeah, but then you gotta go over the plane to get rid of those. But sometimes it's so little, which doesn't, you won't really see it. You'll be able to play this back, Tim. Eric, I want you to look at, like, this is also like from savings, right? It's 1 second. This was also saving. What do you mean? I am talking. So basically with NVIDIA released a thing called NVIDIA RTX. Pretty much what it does is it cuts out all background sound except for when I'm talking. Like for example, if I go like this, I'm just gonna stay quiet. And I'm basically just gonna clap my hands. Ready? Well, you heard that. But if I hit my desk, let's see, will that change a thing? I guess you can hear that. Guess it sometimes doesn't work. But it actually does work because well, you guys hear the laundry machine in the background? Laundry machine is going in the background, and if I didn't have RTX voice on, you would have heard it. And plus, I have my family upstairs, and you would hear them too. That's how trash my mic is. Literally, I think I spent like no I didn't pay for RTX voice. It comes free with RTX graphics. So if you have the RTX graphics card, you can pretty much download it. What is that? Oh. I am playing. You don't hear it? I guess it was that quiet. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the edit? Good edit? Yay? Nay? Before? After? Before? After? What do you think? I think it looks good. Next. Get this one. I'm not sure what I think about it. I'm still gonna edit it. I'm not gonna play any music. Pretty much. I'm only gonna play like certain types of songs like this. Because like I have music in the background as you can hear. But the thing is with music is VODs, right? It's the part that I don't want to get kind of, if I decide to post this live stream onto YouTube, I don't really want to get demonetized. And don't worry, Sean, I wasn't gonna play Motley, I don't really like them anyways. So just wait, Tim. I know it's dark. Just give me time. I know there's no sun, but what can I do about that, huh? Everything is behind the clouds. What do you mean unlevel? That's how the plane is. Look at the ground. It is leveled, my guy. It is level. The nose gear is always lower especially when the reverse thrusters are enabled on the plane. Not enabled. Engaged. God damn it. Can't think sometimes. This was actually Air Canada 777 was coming in from Tokyo. with supplies. It went to infield. It went to the infield cargo. I don't exactly remember which stand, which what's it called? Gate. There it is. What do you think? Good at it? Yeah, this was the guy that blocked off Korean Air. Yeah, I regret it. I regret what I said. Shut up. Before, after. Before, and after. Okay. I know it's backlit, but I still like the shot. I'm not gonna brush. Why would I want to? Fine, I'll brush the freaking plane. FE Sean, I brushed the plane for you. As I said, going through my order of operation of lists. I'm on 5 of 34. Make sure you take your time with the brushing. Sometimes it takes a bit, but it's worth it at the end. Shouldn't be. Stream shouldn't be frozen. Ah. Scared me there for a bit. Oh god. No, I'm gonna change the music. I'm kind of tired of this. Yep, that's good. There we go. Left here? Nope. It's only the front that's left. Actually, let's get the wheel. Let's get the front tire. Okay. There we go. Okay, next photo. For those people who basically, I'm gonna make this into a wallpaper for those like this photo as a wallpaper. Yeah, I'm gonna make it into a wallpaper pretty much. Vivid. But yeah, we're gonna make it black and white. Why not? Yes, I really don't like shadows. You know that already. Many of you know. Okay. Let's see how this. No, it messes with the plane as well, so no. Let's just put a grad filter over the sky. Something like that. I don't know what, just erase the. Really not. I know I missed some parts, but I think that looks good. I think that looks good. Yeah. Let's go export this so that I don't forget. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here, wallpapers, desktop, aviation, looks folder. So if you want to download this photo to use as a wallpaper, the link will be down below, basically labeled the drop down is labeled wallpapers. Basically, if you click that, that'll bring it to a Google Drive where basically I have my photos there. So I'm gonna watermark it. Let's not resize to fit. And export. And now I'm gonna create. Actually, I'm gonna create a virtual copy of it, which I'm gonna bring into this collection here. Damn. Okay. So forget that. Keeping that. Do you think this image will be good for JP? Do you think this image will be good for JP? If I crop it down to 16:9? It's something like... that. This photo edit right now, and I'm gonna spot color this photo here. Pretty much, I'm gonna drop every other color but red. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually go to my colors first, take every other color, drop that, but just leave the red. Let's up the red. Wait, why are these fan blades red? Why are the fan blades red? Anybody know? Okay, let's go here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over the things that are red that I don't want red. Let's go saturation, negative. And then what we're gonna do is gonna duplicate it. Pretty much gets rid of all the red. Yeah, I've never heard of blade covers. Do the props really have covers? Here we go. Dehaze. Just to bring out the clouds. So this is before and this is after. That thing looks good. Okay, next. So this is actually going to be a bit different. I'm actually not going to crop it 5x4. It's going to actually be 4x5, and I'm just going to bring out the tails. So click X to change the orientation of it. I know it's heat haze, but oh well. Vivid. Two of the Canadian Dream monitors, so oh well. Wait, why did I select this image? Oh no! The image was out of focus and I selected it, so it's just. Let's go through them again. Is this one in focus? Did I mean to select this one and I selected the other one? Yep. That's what happened. Great. Wrist hurts slightly. Holding the mouse for too long. Bring Charlie on? When is dog time? After, let's do it after I edit this photo. Okay? Where even is she? Is she here? No, she's not. She's not upstairs. Okay. I think it's this one. No, this. There it is. Okay. I'm gonna go get her. There's Jeremy. Okay. No. There's Charlie. Okay. Back to editing. Sure. Happy show. Not the space part. I took hold the Alt key. I think something like that. Should I do it closer? Should I make it closer so like no wings Just the engine and the tail. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Hmm. Okay. Asking. Yeah. Actually, let's make it 16 by 10. Make it a swipe. I think it's gonna make a good swipe. What do you think? Good swipe? Let's raise the lights. Just a reminder, this is basically just me editing my work, basically me going through my workflow on how I edit my shots after I take them at the airport from yesterday, pretty much. Hoping my 3 viewers are enjoying this so far. If not, let me know what can I do better. What can I change to make it better? Unless it's already good. For which one? This shot right here of the west shot, or the or the A320, or the 19, whatever it was. No, I know it's dark. Just wait. Should I make this black and white? Should I make this shot black and white? No? This is how it's gonna look if it's black and white. Okay, I won't.
Gotta know that this ain't living, but we could run from Elysium and let it burn, let it burn. You've gotta know that nothing lasts forever.
It's tiring looking at the screen constantly.
I can't believe myself. I never thought this would be our end, but it's nothing new. And my lover's honesty, I can push it back down if I have to. If you want me to, 'cause we can run.
think this is before, and this is after. Here. Before and after.
So tell me now, what's left to lose if we run?
We're almost done, guys. We're almost done. 16 of 31. There are some things that I do make them 16 by 9, but then in what's it called? In Photoshop, I make them 5 by 4 or 4 by 5 for a better fit on Instagram. Basically, because it uses more screen real estate for the edits. Well, not for the edits, for the pictures. So that's why most content you see, well, that I post, is either in 4 by 5, 5 by 4, or if it's a 16 by 9 image like I did with Qatar and Vietnam Airlines, that was basically done 16 by 9 with a 4 by 5 body, like background. Whole plane? Should I do a whole plane or crop it down so it's pretty much something like this? You can see how I look up here. Basically, should I do a close-up or the whole plane? So that's the close-up. And here's the plane, whole plane. Which one should I do? Sorry. So which one should I do? Full plane or crop it in? Okay. Just gonna crop it in. Alright. Whole plane then. This one's gonna go jet photos. Really, Delta is part of Sky Team? Huh. I did not think of that. Why did I think that they were part of Star Alliance? Ah, the more you know. Raise the highlights. Lights. Dark slightly. Shadows. Sitting in this, doing this for 4 hours, it gets a bit tiring, but it's worth it at the end, knowing that you did this, that you finished. Sir, it is a playlist. It's not any playlist. It's a Delta 717 playlist. Next. Here is itchy. Here is itchy. It's better. We're almost done, ladies and gents. Almost done. If you haven't already, make sure you follow me, or even subscribe to me on Twitch, and on YouTube. If you don't want to miss any more of the content. Pretty much, I'm live on a weekly basis on Fridays, and I really hope to see you all there again next Friday after I finish editing this. Mr. Blue. Is this a good crop, or should I crop it even more so it's just basically kind of something like this? Or should I have it to show like the tower and the engines? How should I have it? The before and after, I think it's a lot better. Obviously. Because it's edited, so it's obviously better. Okay, let's keep going. We're almost done. So this one we already edited. So let's get to this one here. Okay. Thinking this one, we're gonna make it 16 by 10. So let's crop it appropriately. Basically, this one I'll make a swipe, but that'll be on a later date. What do you guys think of this shot? Except for, obviously, the fence. What do you guys think? Yay or nay? It's a hell of a shot. Honestly, from what I cropped it from, I think this is a hell of a shot. I like. Do you guys like the shot? So, before and after. I'm clicking the backslash for this. Or is that the forwards? No, that's the backslash. The one that's underneath the backspace button. So yes, ugh. Can't speak. This corner, right on up this corner. Better? I say so. Yeah, there's nothing left. Recycling. Portrait photos. No, I know I messed up. Gotta make it better. Oh, no, I messed up. Can't really have any of these because then it's gonna have overprocessed. Am I right? This as well. It's one of the ways I get my photos out there with jet photos. But I hate their critiqueness. No over edits. Ugh. Bullshit. You will not watch my fucking link. Okay, okay. Okay, so basically this is how you reorganize it. So you have to right click in this area here, and then pretty much just press customize develop panel. It'll bring up this thing, so you can see these lines here. That's basically so you can drag them anywhere you want with between them. And then to deselect, and then basically you can select this to bring it into here if you want it. So I don't really use split toning, transform, or calibration, and sometimes I use effects. That's why I have it enabled. And then you have to click save, pretty much. So typically the way that I have it is the way that I work in. So it's like I always start with lens correction. Then I move down to basic, then I go down to tone curve, then I go down to color, then detail, and then sometimes effects, but not always. Effects is an iffy thing that I'll show you in a different time. Well, get on that if you have to update your Lightroom. And pretty much, I pretty much have solo mode enabled. That will just have one drop down at a time. So if I click a different thing, it doesn't really clutter my screen, and I don't have to scroll up and down constantly. And it's pretty much the same thing for this area here. It's like here you can say that you have your presets, history and collections, and then I'll enable solo mode. No, I'll actually disable it here. Sometimes, well, in this area it's different. So history will show you what you're doing with here. And actually, you can actually go back in case it's something that you don't like, right? And then here's all your presets that you can download or make your own pretty much. And then here's my collections that I've created with other, like basically shoots that I've done. Hey Eric, here's your Hanan that you wanted me to edit, which is the next 3. In my opinion, I think Toronto Pearson is one of the most unfriendliest places to go spotting. In my humble opinion, pretty much. Because if you look at like other places, there's pretty much a lot closer places, and it's like Vancouver, for example. Let's take that for example. They've actually cut holes in their fence and said this is a photography hole, right? Toronto Pearson does not have that. I would gladly come there for free and do that for them. Illegal or not, I would gladly do that. It's the last photo. How did I end up getting so many dust spots? Okay, so now that I've edited all of them, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna scroll all the way to the beginning, holding Shift, or you can simply press Control A to select all. I'm gonna click Control Shift E, which brings up the export, obviously. I'm gonna go into here, after edit, select folder, like general JPEG 100 quality, sRGB. I'm gonna disable resize to fit, screen high, watermark, my main watermark, and basically what I'm gonna do is hit export, and I'm gonna just press skip on the photo that's already been edited there. Okay. 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 So, okay. There we go. It should be back to, okay, it should be back to normal now. Okay. Let's change to this. Okay. So now we're done with this. We can exit out of this. Let's close this because we're done with this as well. So that was earlier. So pretty much here's all our photos that we've edited, right? So I'm just gonna basically say thanks for watching. I think this was a good stream. It was pretty much the longest, honestly, I've done. Basically, I've shown you my whole workflow, pretty much from editing all my photos to uploading to Instagram, uploading to Jet Photos, uploading to the wallpapers. By the way, if you haven't already, you can, hold on one sec, you can basically, in the link down below under named wallpapers, you'll find a thing, you'll basically find a thing named desktop, right? Where you'll find aviation based wallpapers and landscape wallpapers. Pretty much landscape wallpapers are, as pretty much stated, this is one of my most recent works that I've showed how to do it before on stream. I will make a YouTube video basically breaking down my last stream and showing you how I created this and other edits that I've done. And then this whole stream, with the stream that cut out earlier today, I will basically cut those, basically make this into one video, so that will be a roughly 4 hours, something like that, because I started this around 2:35ish, something like that, and it's 6:06 right now, Eastern Standard Time, and pretty much, I will upload that to YouTube sometime soon. So pretty much, if you guys enjoyed, don't forget to follow me on Twitch and on YouTube, and Instagram, which is basically down below. And thank you for sticking around for such a long time. So I'll see you guys later. Peace.
I got the money in my pocket, but I'm happy, so fuck it. Yo, I'm feeling so fine. I'll be drinking my wine, flying high.